we switch gears a little bit, Greg, for a minute to your business DNA discovery, and just for our listeners, when I do these interviews, the participant who's Greg Spencer today have completed a business DNA discovery. Greg's an initiator. You can go and do your own at dnabehavior.com or businessdna.com. There's a trial link there. You can take your own, take 10 minutes and get your own report. But Greg, when you completed your own business DNA discovery, what did you think of it? And just for before you answer that, just for our listeners, Greg and I are actually extremely similar in style. You could almost put our two graphs over the top of each other and you wouldn't know who is who. And I haven't really come across anybody that's as much the same as me. Now, we have 4 trillion combinations in our system, so we're not exactly the same, but it's extremely close. And there's some similarities in our upbringing and trauma. So let's go into the business DNA a little bit, Greg, and unpack it. And what did it mean for you? When you got it back, the report. Well,
it's interesting you asked that question, because my first response was I almost start crying. And the reason is because when I was a child, I thought there was something very, very wrong with me, because I did things a certain way. I thought a certain way. I reacted to certain things a certain way. My mother told me something when I was 12, the age of 12 again. She said, Greg, she said, you're a very capable person. She said, but your bedside manner is terrible.
Yeah.
She said, if I needed someone to rescue me, I would call you. But if you were my doctor, I would not want you on my bedside because you get straight to the point. And I thought, and that comment, along with other things and so forth in my life, growing up in my formative years, really made me stop to think, because I wonder, is something wrong with me? When I got the exercise results, the report back, it was an aha moment. Like, wait a minute, this is what I've always been meant to do. So when people ask me what I do, I just have a simple answer. I get things done. That's what I do. So my 2 greatest strengths are pioneering and take charge.
Yeah.
Now, as a kid growing up, you're not told you're supposed to do those things. You're told you're supposed to be obedient. You're supposed to be subservient. You're supposed to be this and that and so forth. But I could not sit still, because when I'm in a room with people and I say, okay, Greg, you're just going to sit back and enjoy the show. You're not going to get involved. You're not going to raise your hand to take over any committee or anything like that. And after about a minute of listening to a lot of times nonsense, I said, okay, I'll take care of it, because I'm the guy you call. You know the thing on the side of buildings that said, in case of emergencies, break glass. I'm the guy that you pull the lever and break the glass. I'm not interested in the minutia. I am the person you call when the nuclear bombs are falling. And because of that, being able to get results and being able to be daring and impactful with the things I do, I have a certain way about me, and I've had to learn to certainly mold my communication style, because I'm usually a mission-driven person. I'm looking at the end game and not all the steps in between, because I've already figured out in 3.5 seconds how to get to the end game. Now, I may step over bodies and have people twitching in the street to get there, but don't call me if you don't want the mission fulfilled. And so in the ecosystem I work in now, people know, don't call Dr. Greg until you're ready to do this and pull the switch, because that's when I will do my best work. And so I've come to realize that's, we call it our behavioral superpower. That's my superpower, but I have to be aware of my kryptonite. And that's my communication style, to make sure that I'm doing it honorably, and I'm doing it so that people feel respected and supported in the work that they do. So it's been a revelation for me.